Now to meet a 13-year-old solving Delhi's commuting problems. He came up with a website which has now been acquired by a carpooling platform. What's more, the company's even put Akshat on their advisory board.
He looks like a regular 13-year-old at first glance, but young Akshat Mittal is perhaps one of India's youngest entrepreneurs. The Class 9 student who created a website oddeven.com inspired by his entrepreneur father who has several technology startups to his name, Akshat says selling off his website will not just help his venture grow but also hone his technical and entrepreneurial skills.
When in December 2015, Arvind Kejriwal announced that from 1st January to 15th January there would be the odd even trial. So I thought of making a website क्योंकि इसके through लोग एक दूसरे से मिलेंगे और वो जैसे कम्यूटिंग के लिए कारपूलिंग करने के लिए बात कर सकते हैं। तो जब अनाउंसमेंट हुई थी तो मैंने अपने पापा को ये आइडिया बताया तो उन्होंने मुझे कोडिंग सिखाई।
Oddeven.com works on a simple formula. It matches individuals with potential carpools, and for all this, all you need to do is fill up some basic details like name, the registration number of your car and your preferences concerning a commuter on the website or mobile app. Holding Akshat's hand along the way was his father, who taught his son to code very young, when he was just around 10.
With Oddeven Phase 2 coming over when it was again announced by the government, Akshat wanted to plan again what next. And clearly one of the requests which came from a lot of citizens last time and the users last time was we really need a more stronger mobile app. So while he got a lot of interest from a lot of carpool partners already earlier, so whole thought process was that he didn't just wanted to sell it off. He wanted to partner with a company where he can share his learnings.
Akshat spent nearly 7 to 8 hours daily for weeks to create what we know as oddeven.com, and the effort paid off. The website had close to 30,000 users when carpooling platform Orahi noticed it. They bought Akshat's page out and took him in as an advisor on their board.
It's stories like this that will hopefully encourage a new generation of Indians to test their ideas out. As Akshat has proved, the sky is the limit.
With Dhanpal and Richa Sojatia, Anusya Mathur for NDTV.
And now, in fact, I'm joined by Akshat Mittal, creator of oddeven.com, and Arun Bhati, founder of the company that's now taken over or acquired that website. Akshat, Arun, thanks so much for taking our time to be here today. Akshat, first to you. Not only has something that you created been acquired, it's made headlines, but you're also on the board of the company. How totally cool is that? How does it make you feel?
I feel totally amazing to be on the board and to give advices how to improve the website.
Really? Have you managed to attend any meeting so far? What's it been like?
Yes, we have attended one meeting. I have come to his office and then talked to him.
Really? And your friends must be totally jealous? Yeah? Is that the conversations with your friends largely? Do they all want tips from you?
Most of them are proud, but some are jealous.
Yeah, that tends to happen. You'll get used to it. Arun, how did you decide that this is something that you wanted to be involved in? He started this website, oddeven.com. It did quite well. It picked up. People showed interest.
Definitely.
And you decided that this was something that you wanted to look at closely.
Yeah. So, the day it was launched, it was all over in the media and we were following it. We saw that there were a couple of advantages. One was that the name itself was very catchy, was going on very well with oddeven.com, which is again going to come. The second thing was, there were a lot of people who were registering on it. And one part which was there was that the inflow to the website was fantastic. What Orahi was doing was also, taking it to the next level.
Sure.
So we thought, let's integrate oddeven.com and Orahi together to create more value for all Delhi NCR people.
Right, and that's an important point that you make, that Oddeven is coming back, and that's what inspired you. When Oddeven sort of came back, it was creating big headlines, the bad air, poisonous air, and of course the focus on carpool. I just want to just get that website open for you. For instance, that's the kind of page that hits you. We're just going to try and bring that up for you. That's the kind of page that shows up. So you're supposed to fill in some details. Take us through what happens next. I've sort of filled in some basic details, and then we sign up. What happens next, Arun, Akshat? Take us through what happens. What's happening here?
After you sign up, the people going from the same place to the same place are shown here, and when you click on the show button of any person's,
Click on Mahesh. So you'll see
And
the number.
I see.
Yeah.
I
So
see.
primarily, if you know location, home location and office location is common. And people, one of the challenge people said earlier when we did a market research that carpool doesn't work because I don't even know my next door neighbor. How am I supposed to find people who have odd cars or even cars?
Right.
So this is how we are helping people to get them together so that they can do carpool.
Right.
Yeah.
How did the idea strike you? I mean, we were all hit by odd even, we were all hit by the poisonous air that we were breathing day in and out, but there's no one else who sort of thought of this, or there's no one else who made a big success of it. So how do you really think of it?
I always wanted to do something that would solve a big social problem. So when the Chief Minister announced about the odd even trial, I thought of making this website because it would not only help people to commute with each other, but it would also benefit the single car owners, and you will be able to make more contacts, and you will be able to make you will be able to meet more people.
Like I said, you really are a true entrepreneur because you sort of see a problem, you see an opportunity in it, and you also see a way to fix it. Your father was into coding. You learned coding when you were as young as 10.
Yes, when I was in 6th class, I learned coding, and we are taught coding in the school only, Amity International School. So I was motivated also by my teachers to make this website.
Right. Well, that's the kind of motivation that's seen you right up till here. But when you put him on that advisory board, did a lot of people sort of roll their eyes? Did they wonder what you were doing? Did you have a lot of convincing to do? He's 13 and very successful and a great product, but he's I mean, I'm sure that you had to convince people, did you?
Not much actually. If you see from the overall, carpooling space, we have been working for the last 3 years. What we saw was a very fresh perspective, coming from a 13-year-old. And we clearly could see that there are certain things which, only a 13-year-old can see.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So we thought, why not, take him on the board and get a fresh perspective all the time.
Right.
So what we are going to do is we will learn from the technology and the domain side and the fresh idea perspective. He is going to learn on the board under the mentorship of Orahi also about the business aspects.
Right,
so
right.
that's a win-win situation and a relationship.
Right, and that's the point that you made earlier also in that story that we did, that it's not only sort of going to take your venture to another level, but it's also sort of going to give you new tech skills, new entrepreneurial skills. Is that what you want to do? You want to have your own company one day? You want to be an entrepreneur? Do you want to take coding professionally? Do you want to sort of be, what's your big dream? Google?
I want to become an entrepreneur, and I've read it almost everywhere that to become a successful businessman, coding is very essential.
Right.
So I thought.
Where do you want to study? Is it the IITs that you're aiming for?
I want to study at the Harvard Business School.
Why not? I would say that that's, of course, a great idea. More power to you. But Arun, as we start to wrap this, urban commuting is, of course, a big problem. In all our big cities are facing it, whether you sort of have the kind of chaos that we've seen on our streets and our streets really choking with all the traffic.
Yes.
Do you believe that measures like odd even that we're looking at, and with startups like yourself and ideas like this, that we will come to sort of finding some solution to easing the congestion?
Definitely, definitely. I'm a firm believer that there is only a psychological barrier in the mind of people when they say that I don't know who the other guy is, whether it is going to be safe or I will find somebody who will go to my office. I am going to be late in my office. But imagine, in a place like DLF Cyber City, you have 350,000 people.
Right.
Okay. Any time, even if you are late by 2 hours, 3 hours, there will be 10,000 people late by the same time.
Right.
Okay. So there is a possibility to commute together. And 70% of cars on road are driven by a single person.
Right.
So what we are trying to do is we are trying to create a community where people can trust each other, can travel together. So that way,
when you put those numbers like that, it sort of opens your mind to what's happening. 10,000 people stuck on the road, same time as you for that 1 hour.
Yes.
And we suppose, on social media, just last night we were hearing the same kind of stuff happening. But you said earlier that you spent 7 to 8 hours for several weeks on end creating this website last year. Was there any time that you sort of felt that I want to sort of give it up, go out there, have my fun? I mean, you're very young. Your friends must have been doing all sorts of things, having a lot of fun.
2 or 3 times I thought of leaving it because I was not able to play with my friends in the society, and I was missing on my classes also. But I somehow managed to complete the coding, and
Right. Hard work and all that it has achieved, and don't let those jealous friends really get to you. That just shows that you're on the right track. But Akshat, Arun, thanks so much for taking our time and speaking to us today. You are, of course, like we're saying, perhaps going to inspire many others, who want to try their ideas out. Thanks again for being with us.
Thank you very much.
Here today.